It's a lovely day this morning. I think it's already like 12 degrees. It's sunny again, so I'm anticipating a similar day to yesterday. It's 8:15 in the morning. I woke up around 7 and had a reasonably good sleep considering I was beside a dance club all night. So I don't have any particular agenda today. It's kind of a free day. I just got to end up in Donegal. Thinking about checking out maybe riding north. I think the northmost point of the island might be along this area. So I'm just going to check that out on a map and then get on with my day. So hopefully that's where I'm going. If not, when I stop, I'll update you where I am. So I said an early goodbye to Carndonagh, and off I went, heading north on a beautiful sunny morning. It felt kind of nice heading out this morning and not having any specific stops that I had to fit in. I could simply ride around, and if I felt like stopping, I could. It was kind of neat yesterday, just before I got on the ferry. It was like an area, a beachy area like this, and people are all over the place looking for clams. But cool. Nice little town. I just can't get over that they still have palm trees this far north. What I wouldn't give to have a palm tree in my house or in my yard. The roads were empty and the countryside beautiful. And as I rode on, it started to set in where I was and what I was doing. I'm clouding up again. This is probably the furthest north I've been on the planet. A few more windy sections of the road and just a little climb up. That's where you should stop and just go back right here. Yeah, I've seen it. And there I was. I had arrived at my first stop. Look at this. Should be tucked in good. Malin Head is the northmost point of mainland Ireland, on the Inishowen Peninsula, County Donegal. There is a restored EIRE marker here, which is a reminder of Ireland's position during the Second World War. As I understand, there were many of these built along the coast of Ireland for providing Allied and German pilots a form of orientation. It is a beautiful and rugged area with epic views all along the coast. I decided to set up my camera and grab a few shots, then took a seat for a few minutes to reflect on where I was and admire the view. Bikes and clothing. They're riding from the very north point of the island to the very south point of Ireland. Incredible. It's against the wind right now for them. The Peaky Riders are a group of individuals that have geared themselves up with period bicycles and matching cycling wear from the 50s and 60s. They were kind enough to fill me in on their plans and let me watch as they prepared for their adventure. They're all nuts. Just nuts. The whole point being that they were there to bring awareness and raise money for their charity, the Cancer Fund for Children. After posing for a few photos to document the event, they headed off. Amazing. Well, I'm really glad I came here to the northmost point, Malin Head. Okay, next we're gonna head off to see a castle. It's about 10 kilometers away. What a great day. Malin Head will be my starting point along the Wild Atlantic Way, and the first day of my organized ride. So today is going to be the day that I start my official tour with Celtic Rider, and I'm looking forward to it. It's they give you basically a planned out route for every day, and you can choose to follow it or you can divert if you want. They've got the GPSs all mapped out, so you just follow it, and if you divert, it'll bring you back to where you should be eventually. But it's your choice. Follow what you want. Follow your heart. But let me tell you, I've spent these 3 days just doing my own thing. I've overplanned. I picked too many spots, and I probably should have thought a little harder about that, but it's okay. But today, again, I'm kind of on a free day, so like just this little adventure to the north point of Ireland, that was well worth it. I think I prefer stuff like that rather than the busy places, the busy tourist spots. So and getting to meet those people with the bicycles was incredible. What a great idea for cancer. Let's see if I can find them online. So now we're going to go and try to find a castle nearby. Take a picture or two. Wow. Coming down here into the valley. So I think that castle is actually just on the other side here, but 6.3 kilometers away. I'm gonna assume it's on the water. I hate that. You open your shield, you get one bug right away. Not 10, just one. It's usually a gushy one. Here's some more ones. Little guys. They're so cute. Alright, we're into compacted gravel on the ground, so we're gonna keep her nice and slow. I think I'm gonna go slower. No need to go fast. Look at this view. Oh my god. No wonder there's a castle up here. Look at this, the older ones seem to know, stay, or maybe not. It's okay, guys. You don't need to run. Oh my gosh. You know, if you just let me by, it would be okay. Oh my god, look at this. Carrickabraghy Castle, also located on the North Inishowen Peninsula, is a modest-sized castle. From what I could understand, the location has had a varied history dating as far back as the 9th century. And the top of a hill, I'm sure it's easy to defend. This hasn't been lived in since the 1600s. What a beautiful and remote area to have lived. The remains seen here today are believed to have only been erected in the early 1600s. It has a rugged landscape being built on a rocky outcrop next to the sea, but still has green, yellow, and purple spots of vegetation growing throughout. When you go further north, there's a lot less tourists, so you get the places all to yourself. So I'm going to set up, take a few pictures. There's a great background of the mountains. I don't think I can get high enough to get a lot of them, but you know, like, what a great dramatic sky. I might try a long exposure, see if there's a little movement in the clouds. So I wandered off to set up for a photograph. You know, I don't think there's a better way to do this. Having a motorcycle, throwing your gear on it, all your camera equipment, riding around, you can get from place to place and park wherever you like and get your shots and spend more time. Anyways, here I am. It's gonna take a couple more long exposures and then I'm gonna move on, but wow, beautiful. After spending a few minutes getting the shot, I saddled up to begin my ride towards the town of Donegal. These people have got a horse and they're full hanging out in their front lawn. Oh my God. I just can't get over how wonderfully beautiful it is. I just passed a family. They were all dressed with, high visibility vests and had garbage claws. So a kid and two parents. And they were picking up garbage from the side of the road to make it prettier. I forgot to mention one of the most important things on a motorcycle. And that's probably why you should come to Ireland and rent a bike from these guys. Is that even regular roads are curvy roads, and it's so much fun to ride these roads. Down here, I gotta say, diesel cars, man, they smell. Woo. Strong crosswind. My face shield looks like a killing field. It's all covered in bugs. It's actually 19 degrees Celsius today. It's freaking amazingly nice out. Windy, so it's blowing me around a lot on the highway, but I'm glad I'm off those highways. What a lovely little town. Look at this. Other than the strong winds blowing me around a little, it was a gorgeous day. Almost perfect for relaxing as I counted down the kilometers to the next stop. The roads were still relatively empty, and with the easy pace, I could look around and enjoy the scenery. Continuing on, I entered a pass between two mountains that seemed to channel the wind. Coming to this graph, it's called the Barnesmore Gap, and my God, it is windy. In no time, I hit the outskirts of Donegal. I made my way through town, past the square, into my accommodation for the next 2 nights. I checked into my room. It's about 2 in the afternoon. I'm in Donegal, and I'm gonna go find some food just to eat, and then I'll come back and do a little bit of laundry. And then we'll go for a little walk in town and see what we see. There's a big castle. Nice. Yeah, I checked in a bit early, so they put me in the top floor here. Yeah, it's nice. So this being Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, Mom. Love you. And my wife. She's the best mom, too. Cute little town. See if I can find the castle. That's a proper looking castle. It's got a keep. Donegal Castle is located right in the center of the town of Donegal. The original keep was built in the 15th century and is situated next to the River Esk. The surrounding wall was built later in the 17th century. That's the toilet. We're gonna continue up the stairs, go the right way anyways. That way attackers, most of them are right-handed, so they couldn't swing a sword coming up this way. This is the second level. You enter on the basement level, which is actually the storeroom and everything. This is the ballroom. The castle was actually in ruins for most of the last 2 centuries. It's actually really quite nice. Not what you think a castle looks like. Well, I guess it is. Look at the stonework. It's pretty impressive. It was in the 1990s that the castle was restored by the Office of the Public Works. So cool. You can just imagine court hanging out in this little ballroom. New roofing and flooring were added, keeping with the original style and techniques used in the 15th and 17th centuries. On the top floor, there's a lovely display showing how the castle appeared and was used throughout the years. Go back down. I'll check out the storage room again. It's kind of the main entrance. The lower level of the castle was where the original kitchen and storage was. It's much darker in here. This area then could lead out to the manor section that was built years later. So I've just wandered around Donegal Castle, which was the home to the O'Donnell family. This is in the manor section of the castle. Amazing. It's just like a regular house. They have levels, fire pits, washrooms, cisterns. Very, very, very cool. All right, so I'm done at Donegal Castle. The gentleman there suggested I come down. There's parts of the house that at the time when they were building the manor section, it was during the 9 Years' War, I guess. And there's an old priory up here that they actually just took the stone from. So I guess depending on whether the water's in it may look really nice as a ruin, but we'll see. I'm gonna take a walk. The Abbey Graveyard is located a short distance away from the castle, on the outskirts of town where the river meets Donegal Bay. The graves seem to date from all ages and are laid out amongst the ruins. Apparently this is a friary from the same era as Donegal Castle. Looks like they're still using the area for a graveyard. Imagine having this for your view if you lived here or worked here, or if this is your final spot. Well, I think I'm going to try and find a few spots to see if I can take some pictures and wrap this up for tonight. I'm starting to get a little tired, so not a super eventful day, but pretty cool still. Got to do a little riding, got to go to the north end of the island, met some cool people, and yeah. If you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Wow. On the next episode, I head out on another rainy day through more beautiful Irish terrain while battling high winds. Making my way into more mountains. I visit an even more impressive castle and wander the gardens. And wrap the day up on a down note. Yeah, so I'm a little disappointed.